Josh Green here for Tungsten Tales. Delighted to be joined by Fallon Sherrock. World Championship drawing. We're just 3 weeks away now from the World Championship. The excitement and everything building ahead of it.
Yeah, no, the excitement's building up now. I can't wait. I think once the draw's done, I think that's when reality's really going to hit. But at the moment, I'm excited to kind of be in a position where I'm actually going to be there and stuff like that. But once the draw's done, that's when reality's going to hit.
This will probably go out after the draw, but is there anybody you don't want to see come out next to your name in that World Championship draw?
Cammy.
Yeah. I mean, what would that have you ever played him in a professional environment since you're obviously together?
Not in like a stage or professional environments and stuff like that. We've played, like local leagues and stuff like that against each other and all that. But I just genuinely think that'd be like the worst case scenario because I'd be like, oh no, like how am I supposed to like put my hunger and stuff like that into a game? And I'd be like, oh, I'd be World War III, you know what I mean? It'd just be like, oh no, we'd be sitting on opposite sides of the room like.
Oh, I can imagine that. Let's talk quickly about the Grand Slam.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, more positives getting back up on telly, cruelly denied by Alan Suter in that 1-3-2, but positives being back on TV and playing on the big stage.
Yeah, no, I'll take a lot of positives from it. I think the score lines didn't affect how I played, I felt. I think if I'd have hit a couple more doubles, the score lines might have been a bit different and the games might have changed a bit different. But like, especially against Alan, even though the average weren't as good as what my previous game was against Aspinall, I felt, especially after the 2 180s and he'd hit 180 in between then, do you know what I mean? It kind of proved, no, you can still do it. And, he took 1-3-2 out. I was like, right, okay.
I can't believe it's been so long since you won those games, Maddie Paddy. Do TV games and the big occasions, do they get any easier for you? Or?
No, I think they've actually got harder because I don't get, people's B games now, I get their A games, which I find, is a compliment to me, it shows they respect me and stuff like that. Yeah. But this is what I mean, like, so when the draw's gone out, I'd rather have someone that I know rather than someone I don't know, because then I know what I need to do and I know how they're going to play, if that makes sense. Whereas if I get someone that I don't really particularly know, I might get a bit complacent, and I don't want to get complacent.
Do you think that's something that's really improved over the last 3 years or so? You went into that World Championship and people maybe weren't expecting you to get those wins, whereas now people are maybe looking and thinking you can win a game on that stage.
Yeah, no, I think that's probably what's changed. Like, I think, people, they know I can win rather than they don't think I can win. And I think that's quite cool, to be honest, because it's like, yeah, go on, Fallon, and when they say, oh, like, good luck, and you hear all the support and stuff like that, it's because they genuinely still believe you can, pull it back and win a game, even if I'm like 3-0 down and all that. Or, in the case of when I played Dimitri, do you know what I mean? Like, I can do it, and it's just kind of, getting the atmosphere back and kind of the adrenaline running again.
Yeah. How did you hear that you were in the World Championship through, obviously, the women's one match play?
Yeah, so my actual manager rang me an hour before and told me to turn off my phone before it went on social media. And I was like, what? So then obviously told me, and I was like, okay, and I got so excited and stuff like that. So yeah, the phone went off. And then obviously when it got turned back on, it went bang, 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 bang. I was like, oh no, I should have just kept it off.
Was it a little bit of a surprise? Because obviously the women's series, Order of Merit, you were third. We thought it was the top two. Was very surprised that you were in the World Championship.
Yeah, a little bit. And I mean, obviously you go through all the emotions as well. I went from kind of being like, all right, I'm kind of safe, to then going to New Zealand and all that, and then kind of being like, oh no, I might not be safe, kind of missing out on Germany, to then going to Wigan and being disheartened and stuff like that by not making it, to then get told I am in, and it just kind of, my emotions have gone like this. So at the moment I'm kind of waiting, like I said, waiting for the draw to kind of make things kind of more realistic. Because at the moment I can't tell you where my emotions are. I'm really happy, but I'm just like, I just have a feeling that something's going to go, oh yeah, you're in, but you're playing first game or something, and that would be like, do you know what I mean? That'd be my luck.
What's it going to be like between now and the World Championship? Is it going to be heavy on the practice floor, making sure you're ready?
Yeah, basically, I think that's what I've been lacking all year anyway. putting more hours in. I think, I try and put the hours in and stuff like that, but in the next few weeks, I'm going to be constantly putting the hours in, working on what I need to kind of perfect on. Match practice definitely is a main thing for me.
You're obviously away so much with Women's Series, World Series, exhibitions, of course, as well, that you don't sometimes have that time to practice. Is it important to have that time to reflect? And
yeah, definitely. I think you have to have time to kind of chill and just kind of chill out, regroup, because otherwise you just get tired. And I mean, I'll be honest, I think, I've done loads, and I think I should really, when I have my days off, just chill out, but it's one of them, I'm just constantly trying to keep going and going and going. I'm just like, right, you're going to burn yourself out in a minute, you need to have a sleep.
Before I let you go, talk about Beau Greaves.
Yeah.
It's been a real rise over the last couple of years, and to see what she did on the Women's Series, some were surprised, some weren't. What did you make of her performances? Yeah,
no, I definitely weren't surprised. Beau's an asset to the game anyway. She's a great player, she always has been. She's been around for a few years now, and the last couple of months and stuff like that, she's just excelled in the game. But yeah, no, there was no surprise from the top players like me, Lisa, and all that. We kind of knew what game she had in her and stuff like that. And I think whatever she's doing at the moment is working brilliantly. And I think when she goes up to Island Cali, I think it's going to be a really good atmosphere and stuff like that. I'm really interested and excited to see how she gets on. And I just hope, her and Lisa put on a really good performance and kind of take all the pressure and stuff off me. And how amazing would it be if all three of us won a game and then just kind of went on a run?
Yeah, it's kind of taken the spotlight a little bit off you. And everything's been on Beau, and people maybe haven't been talking about you quite as much as they have in previous years.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about that. It's, I've always kind of been the player that kind of likes to go under the radar, right? And I kind of just relax and play, because even when I started, it was always like Trina and Lisa and Dita that were always kind of up there, and I kind of just, they all knew I had a game, but I kind of went under the radar and stuff like that. But then obviously the last couple of years, it's kind of been like Fallon. I was like, okay, right, there are other women that play as well. It's not just me. So I'm really excited to come up to the World Championships, and have three of us there, because then it's less pressure. There's more percentage of us actually getting through, and a woman actually trying to pick up the title now. Because obviously instead of two, there's three, and hopefully in a couple of years' time or stuff like that, there might be four, and just increase the game.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for your time, Fallon. Best of luck when it all rolls around.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.